Okay, let's talk about balancing our checkbooks and taking care, like figuring out how much money we have in our account as we're writing checks and depositing money, paying bills, getting birthday gifts, things like that. So we're going to talk about different types of deposits and different types of withdrawals or subtractions that we're going to do out of our account. So say you're starting with $100 in your account. The transaction type is you deposit 15. So we start with $100 and we add $15, which is $115. Now this is your new balance. So whatever you do next is going to be, you're going to do it to your new balance because you no longer have $100 anymore. You have $115. So now you write a check for $35. When you write a check, that check gets cash and your money gets taken out of your account. So it's a negative, it's a withdrawal. So you start with 115, you subtract that 35, and you end up with 80. And then we're just going to continue that down the line, okay? So this one is a deposit. So we're starting with $80 in our account now, and we're going to add $200 because a deposit is adding. And so that's going to be $280. Awesome. Next one, you're going to buy some shoes. You're going to write a $75 check for shoes. So you have $280 minus $75, and then you can do some math on the margin or something like that. I can see I have $80 and I'm taking away 75, which leaves me at $5. So I'm going to have $205 left, just with some mental math there. Then I'm writing a check for $210. So I start with $205, and then I'm going to take away 210. Oh no. We're going to subtract, same signs, add, and keep, different signs, subtract. I know I'm going to go further negative, so I can change the signs on these and do that. If I have $205 and I take away 210, I'm going to take away my 205 plus another $5, excuse me. So I have a negative $5 in my account now. That is not good. But thankfully, it's payday. The deposit is $300. So I'm going to start with my negative $5, and I'm going to add $300. Same signs, add and keep, different signs, subtract. So 300 minus 5 is going to be 295. Keep the sign of the bigger number. Thankfully, I'm back into the positive now. I'm no longer negative in my account, because if a check actually cashes and puts you into negative, oftentimes your bank charges you fees, like lots of fees, like $35. You don't want to do that. Okay, write a $400 check for rent. So that's a minus. So I have $295, and then I'm going to minus $400. Eek! So I'm actually going to have to subtract those. So I can change this, keep change to a positive, make a negative, and then different signs, subtract. So 400 minus 295, 5 goes up to 300. So that's $105, but negative is the top one. So I'm negative $105 in my account. Eek! And I'm going to write another check, negative $105, and I'm writing a check. I'm minusing $120. I'm going to go further negative because I keep change. I've got a negative plus negative, same signs, add and keep. That's not good. I'm getting more negative here. $225 in the negative. Okay, now I'm going to start this time with negative $225 in my account. I better get some money in there quickly. Oh, good. A deposit of $80. I won a raffle. Don't count on a raffle to balance your checkbook. That's for sure. Okay, $225 in the negative plus $80. Same signs, add and keep, different signs, subtract. I'm going to have to use my margin over here because my mental math is failing me now. So we're going to subtract these. I've got 5, I've got 12, and 1. So that's $145. And I'm still negative because I'm keeping the sign of the bigger number. So that's negative $145. Negative $145. Deposit $200 for birthday present. Well, thank goodness someone gave me $200 for my birthday, or else I would be in trouble. So same signs, add and keep, different signs, subtract. So let's subtract 200 minus 145 over here in my margin. I'm going to have to go across and borrow. All right, I borrowed all the way across. I took away hundreds, gave it to my tens place. I had to take a 10 and move it over to my ones. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 4 is also 5. And 1 minus 1 is nothing. So I have a whopping $55 in my account. Now, is it negative or positive? Well, my negative is smaller than my positive. My positive wins, so thank goodness I'm in the positive. So what's my balance at the end of all of this? My balance is $55. Okay, that's my ending balance. That's how much money I have after adding and subtracting all of these items. Now, another question you might see is, did you deposit more money or did you withdraw more money? And the way you figure that out is you have to go back and kind of add up all of your negative ones, the ones you minus together, and add up all of your positives. So let's do the positives first. I have $15 that I added, $200 I added, $300 I added, $400 I added. Oh no, that's not 400 because that was a keep change. My bad. $80 and $200 I added. So I had a deposit, boom, boom, deposit, boom, a deposit, yes, and a deposit. There you go. So I'm going to cheat and use my calculator so I can get this done quickly for you. I would suggest adding one term at a time. Those probably wouldn't have been too hard. So that's $795. So you deposited $795. That's like a positive $795. Okay, so let's see what you withdrew. Let me get a different pen color here. So now I'm going to look at all the negatives that I have here in my account. So these are all the rest of them. So 35, 75, 210, 400, 120, and there you go. So let's see. I wrote a check for 35, so it's 35. I wrote a check for 75. I wrote a check for 210. I wrote a check for 400. I wrote a check for 120. And that equals $840. $840, that's negative 840. That's how much I actually withdrew. So did I end up depositing more or withdrawing more? I ended up withdrawing more. So depending on how the question is asked, you could say I withdrew more, I subtracted more, something like that. Real life, folks, boom.